Greetings, crypto enthusiasts. Here are my thoughts on why Bitcoin is sound money. Austrian Economics places more emphasis on saving than spending. Keynesian economics wants you to spend, even get in debt. Keynes wanted the government to have full control over the financial system. The Austrian economists wanted no government control and instead favoured market forces to control the financial system. Bitcoin was born out of Austrian economics principles. With Keynesian economics, if the government wants to fight a war in Iraq, even if no weapons of mass destruction in reality exist, they can do it without any say from you. To tax you directly would be unpopular, so they tax you covertly. They print money to finance the hugely expensive war, then inflation goes up, and then you end up paying more for everything. Effectively, they tax you, and by calling it quantitative easing, they disguise the tax under the guise of inflation or money printing. Inflation is a tax on the poor. The rich are insulated from inflation as they invest in deflationary assets such as fine art, precious metals, real estate, or even Bitcoin. Incidentally, fiat seems to have degenerated progressively around the time of Great Wars. The Federal Reserve was introduced in December 1913. The Bretton Woods Agreement took shape in 1944. And President Nixon unpegged the dollar from gold completely in the 70s to early 70s to finance the Vietnam War rather than raise tax, which would have been hugely unpopular, and he had his mind on being re-elected. Other forms of money such as gold exist as sound money, of course, but with gold you cannot transport it easily across borders. With Bitcoin, however, you can take billions of Bitcoin with you anywhere on planet Earth, as long as you can remember your 12-word seed phrase or have access to them, your private key. Banks shut down on bank holidays and Sundays and Saturdays. Bitcoin never shuts down as long as the exchanges are up. Bitcoin never sleeps. And peer-to-peer is independent of the exchanges anyway. Bitcoin was a gift to humanity from Satoshi Nakamoto. He stayed active on the scene for a short while to make sure that Bitcoin was in good hands, so to speak, or got off to a good start. Then he disappeared forever off the scene. We'll likely never know who he was or is, or who the consortium of people are, if indeed Satoshi is more than one person. And that's most likely exactly what Satoshi wanted. We do have clues he could have been British by the language used in the Bitcoin white paper. Bitcoin crypto is a distributed ledger, which is why it's superior as a store of value to, say, Ethereum. Ethereum is also a distributed ledger, but it is centralized and is controlled by Vitalik Buterin. Ethereum has other use cases, of course. The Bitcoin network is shored up by its distributed miners and nodes via proof of work. The blockchain is distributed across potentially limited numbers of computers. It's secured by proof of work, and in all its existence, it's never been hacked, unlike Ethereum, for example. Of course, people have lost their private keys and have lost their Bitcoin, but the network has never been compromised. Bitcoin has seen a superb return, maybe 2.8 billion% rise as of January 2023, from its initial price 14 years prior of almost zero. Can you think of any other assets that have seen such a return? With Bitcoin, you are your own bank. You do not need to involve a third party to send money from the UK to Australia. You can send it peer-to-peer, one person to another. People may say, who criticise Bitcoin, that it's invisible, intangible, it exists only on the blockchain on computers. Also, it's been used to commit crime. Well, guess what? Fiat money is also simply digits on a computer screen. But it has increasingly less and less worth due to money printing and devaluation of the currencies. And fiat money has also been used massively to fund crime. The US dollar is a case in point. Many a dollar bill is contaminated with cocaine. You only have to ask Pablo and El Chapo to confirm that the dollar has been used for crime. Bitcoin is bad for the environment, some say. Yet it uses far less energy than the fiat system does. And El Salvador is using geothermal power from volcanoes to power mining. Wow. Bitcoins are limited. There are only 21 million Bitcoin, and only 21 million coins will ever exist. Satoshi has kept 1 million in his wallet that have never been moved, and a few millions have been lost. So it's finite and hence deflationary, unlike fiat with money printing. Bitcoins can be split. One Bitcoin can be split into Satoshis. 1 million Satoshis equals 0.01 Bitcoin. 100 million Satoshi is 1 Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin is transparent. It's a transparent coin. And that's why you can get tainted coins. Through no fault of your own, you may end up with a Bitcoin that's been used in a bad way in the past by criminal elements. And because of the way that every transaction is recorded on the blockchain, you could end up with a contaminated coin. So for coins that are completely private, look into Monero, which uses ring signature cryptography, and Pirate Chain, which uses even more advanced ZK Snarks cryptography. Many people say Bitcoin is fungible, but the illustration I've just given of the contaminated Bitcoin proves that it's not fungible. Monero and Pirate Chain are truly fungible coins. You can never tell where those coins have been sent, and no one can ever tell that they've been sent to your wallet. Remember, this is not financial advice. Always do your own research. Always keep your crypto in a wallet that you own, not in an exchange that can fail. Appreciate the value of dollar cost averaging when investing in crypto. Never invest more than you can afford to lose. Understand the cycles of Bitcoin, the bull runs and the bear runs. Study those cycles and Bitcoin's price history since 2009. And accept that you may make some mistakes if you're new to crypto and you've not been experienced many cycles before. And appreciate the value of hodling, because even though an asset has gone down, it can in the long term go up again greatly. So, cheers for listening. This is Crypto Smith out. Bye for now. Ciao.